So this is what it looks like when you take a few days off the trail and you go home and you have been doing trail magic and all kinds of things. So we have sort of car explosion going on over here. Our gear over there. We've got some random camping gear here. Some the things, blankets and warm things that we never use because it never really got that cold. And then that's all food resupply stuff over there. The ice water bucket is for trail magic resupplies. We've got a few chairs here that we brought for trail magic as well. So what we're doing is we're going to do some laundry, as you can see. We're going to also reevaluate everything we're carrying. So my husband bought me a Tiger Wall UL 2-person, which is not quite 2 pounds, which is way lighter in the long run than my big REI Co-op Half Dome 2 Plus that I've been carrying, which is like 5 pounds. So I think this is going to make a huge difference. That smushes down pretty small. It smushes down as small as my little clothes bag does, pretty much, maybe a little bit bigger. So I'm hoping that that's going to be super easy to get into the pack. I'm going to be taking my pack to REI, Diva 70. It had a buckle snap on it, and I was so angry when that happened. I maybe let out a couple of curse words, but the top buckle for the cinching snapped into pieces on it while I was cinching it. And no, I wasn't like giving it extra angry force or anything like that. I just was cinching it, and the buckle just snapped open and broke off a piece. So I have to see if they have any more buckles, or maybe they will replace the pack. This is the second Gregory where something like that happened. My first Gregory I had right before I left for the trail was a 60, the Diva 60, and the drawstring broke on it. So I had to go pick up another pack, and this is the one I ended up with. My Tyvek is looking pretty beat up. I'm going to look it up and see if I can put Tyvek in the washing machine just to clean it up a little bit. If not, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just mostly a ground cloth anyway. So that should be okay. This rain gear, the only time I ever used it was during laundry time. So it may still stay in the car, or maybe I'll just have regular clothes in the car for that. I don't know. Something that we discovered is that we always wanted to be carrying the smaller canisters, the 3.9 ounces of the MSR or otherwise fuel, because the other ones were just too heavy. So I imagine if I was in the 100-mile wilderness, I would want to carry the bigger one. But overall, the smaller one was what we wanted to do. And of course, I'm going to redo our food canisters and reassess. I'm starting to gather lots of stickers from the various places that I've been. I don't want to get too many because otherwise I won't be able to see in the canister, and I like being able to see into the canister. So, yeah, this is what a mess looks like when you take a break for a few days off the trail. If you're me. This crazy stack is a stack of things that I pulled from my pack to make it lighter. So I thought I would show you what I pulled out. So there was obviously the inner bit of the toilet paper. I pulled that. It doesn't make a lot of difference in the weight, but it does. I was keeping my pills in these, and that added up, so I took and I got rid of those. This is my gaiters, and I've never actually worn them. Like, I brought them, and I just never got around to putting them on, so I opted out. This is actually a second set of spare batteries I did not need, so those had to come out. This is a ball that I used to roll my foot under, or on top of after a long day. I had seen a lot of people recommend something like that, but it just didn't, I don't know, I used it one time and it was no better than just using a rock or a stick on the ground. So that was easier. This is some yarn that I put in the bag to keep myself from getting lost. I may or may not eventually put that back in there. That's for like if I need to go to the privy while I'm on the trail and there's no privy and I need to kind of hike down into the woods. Then I would use this, tie it to a tree to help keep me from getting lost. It's pretty light and I might put that back in just to give myself a comfort zone, but as of right now I've not used it, so I had pulled it out. These are the tips for my trekking poles. They keep the trekking poles from being noisy on hard surfaces, but I'm never hiking at night or any time when that mattered that much, so I mostly wasn't using those. I didn't get rid of all of my waterproof matches. I just put enough for a few days in a baggie. That was Tracker's idea. He's awesome. And he gave me the little baggie for the rest of them. So those came out. Ooh, there goes the ball. My Hydro Pack, the one that I keep my water in, comes in this fancy little bag, but I didn't need to use the bag. I could just put the Hydro Pack right in the bag. The larger size bottles of things I got rid of and just have the smaller. This is all like extra first aid stuff that came out of this little blue pouch, which is heavier than you might think, and it also has a nail clippers in it. All of these things I have at least one of, except maybe the Band-Aids, because I have gauze and tape, and as Tracker says, if you have gauze and tape, you have a Band-Aid. The chigger medicine, I took that out and decided that when I get chiggers, I will then catch up with the car and use it. Now, if I was through hiking without support at all, I would probably keep this in there because there's so many freaking chiggers on the trail. This is just an empty medicine bottle that I didn't need anymore. These were like hospital shampoo and lotions, but I did not end up using, or hospital hotel. These are extra wipes. I really like having the wipes on the trail. These are my favorite. I just didn't need this many all at once, and so I got rid of some of them. I had so much extra sanitizer that I didn't need, so I pulled that. Now this is my stick pick. The stick pick, I really like it. It's super, you hook your trekking pole to this part, and then you put your camera in here. You can like make it bigger or smaller, and you can take a selfie, and then it comes with like a little selfie button right here. And I really love it. But it was kind of a pain to pull out and stuff, so I never did. I used it one time, and it's pretty good weight. Stick pick itself isn't, but when you put the camera holder on there, then it is a pretty decent weight. So I was like, well, so I pulled that out of my pack. This is a fun little mood necklace that I was wearing on the trail, but it broke, and so I pulled it. Extra Tums, I just pulled a few Tums out and put them into a baggie with my other medications. Now some people can't mix their medications. I did do that. Castile soap, I never used it, so I decided to not bring it. I basically did all of my cleaning with the wipes. And then I have a couple extra deodorants that I'm not sure that those were all in my pack, but they're in my pack removal system, so I thought I'd show that to you. This is the liner from inside my pack, which I have to put back. And this is like a little day pack that comes inside the pack, which is really cool, so that you can like run down and go get water or something. But again, I never pulled it out, so I didn't use it. And of course I took the brain off, and that is what I stored everything in. that I removed. So when it was all said and done, I removed probably a total of just over 3 pounds by pulling that extra stuff and just having exactly what I need in the pack. Oh, this is the line for my sleeping bag. Sorry, but this weighs like very little. It's kind of like a feather. I may be returning that to the pack just because now it's like my sleeping bag is everywhere in the pack, but I don't know. I'm still debating on that. So anyway, taking all of that off was a significant decrease in weight, and then now I've got the ultralight tent, which takes off another 3 ounce or another 3 pounds at least. So I have shrunk down my pack at least 6 pounds as I have kind of gone through this.